Hello, I think I'm live. I'm live. Happy new moon in Aquarius and happy Chinese New Year, the year of the red monkey or the fire monkey. How is everybody doing? Again, it feels like so much time has passed and it's just been a whirlwind of energies. Literally, we are just into February and it feels like we are already months in. So much has happened since we gathered together. So I'm excited that we have this opportunity on this auspicious day to get together, to take some time away from our busy, hectic lives and our plans and whatever we may be doing, whether you're watching live or you're watching later. Thank you for joining with me for this hour. My name is Shakti, and I am the High Priestess of the Divine One Energy, the frequency carrier for this sacred energy. And I'm also the founder of One Ascension International and I guess you could say the high priestess so far for the Shakti spiral. And we do these new moon rituals every month to gather together collectively to set intentions powerfully under this dark moon, which is the energies of the All Mother, the energies of her powerful creative force. In that dark womb-like energy, all possibilities exist. And so it is in that field that we come and we gather together to create awareness, to create ascension, to create expansion. It's a time that we gather and connect all of our energies to in a powerfully thought out way to expand upon those areas in our lives that we are wanting to express more fully. So I am excited. This, I must tell you, there has been so much leading up to this month. For those of you who may not know and who may be new to the Shakti spiral and to One Ascension International, this is the 8-year anniversary for One Ascension and the One Ascension technique modality. And that is why we're going to be doing a huge giveaway announcement at the end of the hour. And that was something that was announced prior to last month. We talked about this giveaway and how so many blessings and so many sacred experiences happened in my life on this 8-year journey thus far. And I was guided. Our mother said, it's time to give back. It's time to give of the services, all that the One Energy, the One Ascension technique, and all that One Ascension International offers is going to be gifted to one lucky, sacred, chosen person. Now, all those who participated are all very special. And I tell you, I had a hard time with it. If it were literally, I mean, so many videos moved me to tears, and so many, I felt each one of you, and I want to thank those of you who participated in taking the time to do a video, because it really meant a lot. And I was able to connect with you through your video and really feel you. And it was such an honor. And I want to thank you for taking the time to do that. And I am so glad it wasn't left up to me to do, because literally I felt that I wanted to give it to everybody. I wanted to give the giveaway to everybody, but that was not the purpose for this giveaway at this time. So only one was chosen, but we'll announce that at the end of the hour. But I wanted to kind of just let you know what was going on. And in this month, or however, I know that we don't, traditionally the Gregorian calendar is something that, it's why we have the leap day, the leap year, because it really isn't in alignment, I would say, with the true time, the way it's measured on planet Earth. But so we have an extra day given to kind of make up for the imbalance. But for all sakes and purposes, for us here right now, we focus on, in this time period is what I mean, we focus on this timeline, we focus on that calendar, and we use that for the most part. Now the Chinese culture, they use the lunar calendar, which is why today is to Chinese New Year. I mean, that's when it embarked, I believe, at the end of January, but it starts now. And it is so powerful that we have all of these energies, the new moon, the the new year from the Chinese New Year under the energies of the fire monkey or the red monkey. And there's a lot going on. Even if you didn't follow any of that, if you don't, or you're not even aware of that, there's a lot going on, I'm sure, in your lives. There's a lot of things that are unfolding for you. Again, we are in the year of the 9, which is if you add 2 plus 1 plus 6, you'll get 9, 2016. So when you add those numbers together, that numerology vibration, everything has a vibration. That's why math is so universal, because it is the understanding that we are all wired to. Vibration is energy. It's feeling, it's emotions, it's everything that we collectively are into a frequency, into vibration, and everything has vibration. Everything has a field of energy, whether it be something that we would consider alive or not. It has a field of its own, a morphogenic field, because everything that is in physical existence exists on a spiritual plane or other planes as well. That's another story for another day or a teaching. But just to give you a loose understanding of that. And so we are in that frequency of the 9. Numerology is, we go in cycles, the way that the human existence is and the way our consciousness works, it works in cycles, or I like to say spirals. So sometimes we may revisit old energies, things that we thought that we had healed or dealt with, or maybe just thought, you know what, I'm just letting that go, and it's come up again. And if it does, it's not because you didn't do anything, that you missed something or didn't do something right. It may be that you're in the final stages of really healing something. It may be a generational healing that is occurring. So it's not only healing within you, but it's healing with your family line, your genealogy, your ancestral line. Now that is something I'm seeing a lot of with my beloved clients, and even I'm doing some work with that, where you're seeing a lot of people who feel like it's their energy and they feel maybe blocked in certain areas, or they come up with a certain even depression or energies that feel very stagnant, and they feel that they've done a lot of work, and they kind of scratch their head and go, you know, I've done all this work, and yet I still feel like there's something missing, and that usually has to take place within the generational, the wiring of your ancestry line, and that's why things come up to be healed. And it takes part a lot of dynamic within our families. And isn't that interesting how the people that we love the most sometimes can be at the most challenge at times? Not everybody, but some. And they're our greatest blessings and our greatest gifts. At times there's challenges, and there's challenges with friendships, and there's challenges in work, and there's challenges with people that you may sit on the subway with or the bus, or people that you may sit next to at work or at school, or even people, like I said, that you may come across at a grocery store. There's always a dynamic, because we all have a story. We all connect to this mass web of consciousness. So when things are coming up this year, I invite you to not curtail, even if it's hard to deal with it, even if it feels so uncomfortable and so sticky, and you feel so vulnerable and raw, and you find yourself in such emotions. Ooh, I'm obviously clearing through something right now. Ooh, that came up. Let me grab a piece of Larimar. So there's a lot of things coming up. Like I said, I'm working on things on my own too in the background. I'm definitely not exempt from all of this different stuff that is that is going on in the world. So with all of that, we are in those final stages, because the next year is the year 1, and that is going to bring about new beginnings. And so if you're not ready, you may start a whole new cycle, a 9-year cycle of the things that are coming up for you at this time. Let me take a quick drink of water. Okay. Ooh. All right. So, and as I'm talking about, as we're talking right now, because we're waiting for other people to get online. Right now, we were kind of in a blizzard warning earlier today, and so I'm glad that we're not right now, because I want to make sure, and I'm intending that all of our electronic devices stay where they need to be. So let's do some clearing and some smudging. Ooh. So we can just all gather together as we are from wherever we are. If you have sage, or if you have some clearing herbs or incense that you like to use for clearing, why don't you go ahead and light some of that with me? We can kind of get this this synchronicity happening, and just kind of clear your field. And I will offer some to you. To me, it has been a day. It has been a blessed day of I call it opportunity. Whenever there are challenges that come up, I call it opportunity because it's an opportunity to look at something new or something you may have missed in your life. And that was certainly what kind of happened for me in the background. But that's okay, because I'm here with you, and I look forward to these every month. They are a gift, and they are an opportunity for me to serve in a way that I can't locally, or this is a way that I can reach out to each one of you wherever you may be around the world, and it's an honor to connect with you. Okay, so let's just clear our space. Now let's go ahead and, like I say, whenever you've taken something out, you've created a vacuum. So it's important to put something back in. So I like to burn sweetgrass as a sacred offering to those who have gone before us and those who will go after us, to our sacred ancestors, to the work, and also to the work that will be done tonight, so that we can really be in a beautiful space of resonance. So I'll offer some sweetgrass to you in sacred offering to me, into the space. I love that smell. And it's funny, I've intentionally used the same sweetgrass braid since we began together, and it has gotten shorter and shorter as we have worked together throughout all of the months of our rituals. I think that's so special. I also have my all-mother oil, which is exciting because being that the major portal for the One Energy will be opened, the gateway, on February 29th, and I'm going to make a huge container of, well, not so huge, but enough to where it'll sustain me for a little bit. And to those that I may put it on the website to sell, just as an offering, you know, to kind of cover costs, because it's very high vibrational and very high quality ingredients to go into the oil, so that it is really of the highest vibration. And so yeah, I might put that on. I had a couple requests for people wanting to have the all-mother oil available. So it's an anointing oil, and it's just, whenever I connect with it, I immediately just tap in. It's a beautiful visceral experience. So, okay. Oh my goodness. Welcome, welcome. Everyone, all you beautiful people. If you're new, welcome to the Shakti Spiral for the first time. If you've returned and you're a seasoned, beautiful contributor to this circle, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time away on your Monday night to be with me and to be with all of us as we gather together and setting an intention. Thank you. Thank you. And just to continue on with really quickly with what I was talking about a little bit earlier. So we are in that space of healing. We are in that space where we're going to be, our buttons are going to be pushed. We're going to be pushed to really expand and to stretch. And there are two ways to do this. We can call it going through growing pains, where it hurts and it feels tight. And I remember when I was younger, crying at night in bed, where my knees would just hurt or my joints would hurt because I was going through those growing pains, or my shins would hurt as I'm being stretched to grow. And it doesn't have to be that way. I believe as we shift into this higher frequency and understanding of a paradigm, growing doesn't have to be hard. It can be very elegant and it can be very graceful, as long as we don't resist that. So I like to call what we're going to go into stretching ourselves. And you know, like when you really need to stretch and you stretch your body and it just feels so good. Like, I feel so much better. That's what I intend for each one of us as we grow into more of ourselves, our truer selves, that we do so with a stretching energy versus a growing pain energy. Let's let that paradigm go of having to struggle or having to learn the hard way. And even though there is an honoring and when we experience a challenge, because it's normally experienced as a challenge because we've ignored it when it's been an elegant way, and so it becomes more prevalent, and the more we resist or just ignore it, then it becomes like what I call the cosmic 2x4. Then it's something you can't ignore, you know. So I suggest, if there's anything in your life right now that is calling you to focus on and to work on, that is being done in an elegant way, do it before it gets to that painful cosmic 2x4. Okay, so if you have, before we get started and before I call in the quarters and clear our energies, if you have something to write with, I definitely suggest you, if you've brought that with you. I know that I listed it as optional, but the way energy works, we're definitely going to be doing some writing or just a jotting down. So if you have something to write with, even if it's your phone on the notes or whatever, I suggest you have that just so that you can remember, because oftentimes we think we're going to remember and we're in the moment, but that moment can slip by. So if you can do that, do that. If not, that's okay. I intend that you'll remember and retain exactly what you need to. Ooh, and as I was talking through all of that, it was funny how I too felt like a lot of stuff has been coming up for me, and it's just been a really powerful time to step into something that you may be resisting in your life. It may be something, and we're not talking in the things of negative, we're talking to things that may scare you, like you don't have a clue as to how it's supposed to happen, but you know it's going to happen, like that part. It feels so it can feel so scary at times. It can feel so massive. Something is calling you, and you may feel resistance, or you may even feel like, how do I do that? And that has been happening for me a lot. And so there has been a lot of trusting and believing and letting go of my expectation of what things are supposed to look like. Like I mentioned before with the giveaway, I really connected with every person who made a video, and I wanted everybody to win. And I was in that moment of feeling like, oh my gosh, how am I possibly supposed to choose? And feeling the overwhelm when God has stepped in and All Mothers tapped me on the shoulder and said, it's okay, I'm going to choose. And so you don't have to let that go. And I thought, wow, okay, you know, but when we try to control a situation or not control it, but wonder how it's going to work out, how it's going to happen, I wasn't in the space of allowing, I was in the space of expecting it to be a certain way. And thankfully I was able to learn that, and it's been a wonderful experience. Like I said, it's been very fluid if I've allowed it to be. So I share that with you because I feel like that's something that we are all going through in one way or another. And as we begin this journey right now, let's just shift into the very present moment. Okay, let's just adjust ourselves wherever we may be sitting. Just be comfortable, be fully present, and intend for this time with me that you are present, letting everything else go. So I want to take a couple deep breaths, and you inhale. Call all of your energy back to you, releasing everything that doesn't serve for your highest good. We're going to take 3 breaths together. The second breath, inhale. We call all of our energy back from all places, time and people, things, and releasing all that does not serve for our highest good. And one last breath, calling all that is for our highest good, all of our energy into this present moment, releasing all resistance, all worries, all stress. And I want you to focus on your heart, the beautiful, exquisite place. Focus there for a moment. And just be present. You could even pay attention to the pulsing of your heartbeat. The beautiful rhythm that sets your pace. Imagine a beautiful, beautiful shelf, and on this shelf, it is a magical shelf where all cares, worries, and concerns are placed. For me, in this moment, I place, and I ask you to place all cares, worries, or concerns on this shelf, trusting that our spiritual guides, our high self, our divine team will take these worries, cares, or concerns that we may have and transmute them, or do what they need to do with them, or we can even go back to them after this time together is over. But know that if we choose to leave all of our cares, worries, and concerns here, it'll be taken care of for us. Because this is how the universe conspires to assist us and to help us. So there is no struggle. So just go ahead and leave all those cares, worries, and concerns, fears, forecasts in the future. Let that all go and put it on the shelf right now. And again, focus on your heart space. And I want you to imagine a beautiful spiral. The spiral is your heart center energy. Now imagine it growing bigger and bigger, extending out of your heart chakra. And it can be any color that you resonate with or you choose. See it growing and becoming big to where it engulfs all of your body, all of your field. It is exquisite love. It is the vibration of pure love. Now imagine a great big circle where each one of us, wherever we may be around the world, we're all sitting in a big, beautiful circle together. Whether we're watching live now or whether we'll watch later on, all time is now. And in this time, everyone is present. We sit at the circle, and we also bring with us our sacred ancestors, those who have come to contribute to the healing and contribute to the expansiveness. Now imagine out of your left side to the person that is sitting on your left, you share and extend this beautiful spiral energy of yours with them. See it coming in through their right side and merging with their beautiful spiral energy. And it leaves their left side to be received by their person on the left. And so it goes clockwise around the circle. Until it makes its way all the way around to you. And you receive this beautiful spiral energy, this heart-centered energy through your right side, merging all of these vibrant colors with yours. In this beautiful collective consciousness of love, expansion, and unity. Breathe that in. And know that this is truth. Okay. And from this space, we can now call in the quarters, the sacred guardians. To the direction of the east, element of air, powerful thought, ingenuity, mighty winged ones, where all things begin. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. And to the direction of the south, element of fire, passion, creation, the fire keepers, the fire breathers. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. To the direction of the west, element of water, sacred, fluid, intuition, the record keepers, the record holders, sacred, embiotic fluid of the Great Mother. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. And then to direction of the north, element of earth, the power of manifestation, Pachamama, the earth keepers, the crystal keepers, the stone keepers, the stone people, those who have gone before us, ancient ones. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. We call you now, beloved, blessed All-Mother, to surround us, to be part of this circle. As we call in the divine one energy to surround each one of us, to flow through us, and to anchor into this time and space, into no time and into no space. Blessing those at the circle who are present and who will be later, knowing we are all unified now in this sacred circle of one. We call in our spiritual team, our protective spiritual team and guardians, the angelic race. Come now and be part of this circle. And it is so. All right. So we're going to do things a little bit different now. Oh, taking that in, that feels so good. My gosh, how I have missed doing that. I tell you, it's always so good. It's just like, you know, we go through our everyday lives and we get caught up in the illusion of what we're here to do and our story and our tasks and our to-do lists. And we can sometimes forget this unified energy of one. We can forget that when we connect through love and heart space, miracles happen instantaneously. Awakening happens instantaneously. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. So I was talking to the All-Mother, talking to kind of getting in that energy of one and asking what needed to happen today. We are in the energies, the new moon is in Aquarius, which is, even though it's the water, you think of the water bearer. I used to think when I didn't know astrology so well that it was a water sign, and I know that it's an air sign. And so powerful because I happen to be blessed with 2 Aquarius in my family, and they bring such a uniqueness and a creative perspective to the family. They're very Aquariuses are very much never dull. They're always about being unique and standing out, not because they're trying to, it's just what they do naturally. They're about the stuff that isn't normal. They go outside of the box, and it's just something that they like to live there. They like to push the envelope. They like to push society's standards of what normal is. And they're so amusing, and they're so wonderful to be with, because they really are the people that lead. They are I know there are a lot of signs that do this, but to me, whenever I've been around an Aquarius, they just naturally are leaders. They just lead. They can't help it. It's who they are. And so being that we're in this energy right now, coupled with the energy of the fire monkey, the red monkey that will be for the year, we have a really powerful time to look at what we want to see for this new moon, but also for our year. If we go for the lunar cycle, if you follow that, or just this moon's cycle. And So I was asking, what needs to happen? I mean, I know that we do these powerful journeys and these rituals, but and meditations, visualizations, but it seemed like there was something more that was wanting to come forward. And so I was given information, and that's why I wanted you to be able to write some things down, because I'm going to be talking to you a lot here, and these are things that the All Mothers definitely wanted me to express, and those are, we look at our goals, and we're already in February, okay? We're already in February, and we think, okay, we have our list of goals for those who do that. Some people just go, you know, I don't even want to. Or they call them resolutions, and people don't resonate with that word. Some people don't, because they feel like resolutions mean that there's something wrong, but there's always a to-do. And that's the way life is, right? There's always something to do. Now, I know that you have some sort of goal, I'm pretty sure, something that you think, okay, it's in the forefront. You forecast to the future, and you think, I got to get this done. I got to do this. I have to do this because of whatever the reason is. You always have a reason, and you always have why you have this goal in place. So I want you right now, for this moment with me, to let all that go. To let the expectation of how you are supposed to show up in the world, the way you think you're supposed to show up in the world, I want you to let that go. Let's just wipe the slate clean for right now. Let's just, with the Aquarius energy, let's just blow that away. Okay, let's start with a new canvas. So we are blank canvas, and we are in a space of possibility. Not what we expect that we're supposed to do for ourselves, or what we think we should, or what makes logical sense, or what feels like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to try to do that. No, let's just let all that go. All the logical reasons why we should do something. I really want to get in the state of feeling, because I know we're in Aquarius, and that is very much air, very much in your mind, very much in your thoughts, but it's also a place of beginning. So let's use that energy along, coupled with the energy of the monkey. Now, the monkey is really interesting because they're very impulsive. They just want to do. And there's kind of there's a blessing, and there's a challenge in that. The blessing is sometimes we can hold ourselves back, and we can be afraid to take that leap. The monkey just does. It feels good, they're doing it. But also, we may not really be doing something that should be for our highest good, and so we're just being more impulsive, being guided more, say, by the root chakra, the primal part of us, which does serve, but if it's out of balance, it could be too much. So we have to know when to take those leaps, and when to maybe stop for a second and really ask and check in, is this for my highest good? I know that sounds like two polarities that I'm giving you, but if you step back and you look at the whole of it, it makes a picture. And that is, definitely take the leaps. But before you do, ask, is this for my highest good? And is it really aligned to my highest path? Okay. So with that, I want you to close your eyes for a minute. Now, I want you again to focus at your heart chakra, and I want you to put your non-dominant hand at your heart chakra. Okay. So, and I want you to put your dominant hand at either your womb space if you're a woman, or your gut, your like lower tummy area, your na'au, the ancients call it, if you're a man, and just hold both there, okay? And feel with your eyes closed. I want you to just see and picture the connection in energy from that chakra. There's one at your navel in between. That's called your solar plexus. It's usually very vibrant yellow. And the heart chakra can be blue or pink, or no, excuse me, blue or pink, green or pink, depending on the colors that you're needing. And I want you to see and feel both of those connecting. And in doing so, your solar plexus becomes bigger and bigger. Now, with your eyes still closed, and with no expectation of how you're supposed to show up in the world, what is the best thing that you give to the world? If you were to say, if someone were to say about you, so and so is so amazing at this, what would that be? Now, it could be something like an outward expression like art or singing or poetry or writing, but it can also be the way you contribute to society and what you do. What is the best thing that you would think someone would say about you? And don't try to go into judgment about it, just whatever that first thing is, feel it. I want you to focus on your solar plexus. Like I said, the place between your hands, which would be by maybe like 2 fingers width above your navel. Focus there. And with that question, what is the best thing that I give to the world? If someone were to say, so-and-so does this so well. And I want you to feel that. If there were no restrictions, if there were no hesitations, no worries about what people thought, worries about how it would work out, or even how you would do it, how would you contribute that and build upon that more? Feel that really quickly. And now I want you to open your eyes. I want you to take a moment and write that down as fast as you can. I'm only going to give you a minute. I wish I had my timer, but it's okay. I'll just look at my thing. A minute to write that down. What would you do? How would it look like? Write it down. Don't worry about anything else. Don't censor. Don't even worry about spelling. Quickly jot it down. And if you don't have anything, just think about it and solidify that. Really, really fill into that. Okay, just a couple more seconds. Okay, now, you maybe have been very surprised at what you got, or maybe not. Maybe you're really on that track and this is what your goals are. But oftentimes, when we make a goal, it's usually expressed upon a measurement that is external. So I'll say it again. Oftentimes, when we create a goal, it's usually expressed upon us by some external expectation, environmental, societal. We think, okay, maybe I should lose that weight because people say I'm not healthy if I don't. Or maybe I should look for a different job because this job feels like it's a dead-end job for me, even though I'm happy here. Or maybe I should stop baking for people because it's a waste of money, or whatever. I'm just giving this right now examples here, but the whole point of this is making goals or stopping something because somebody says, I don't see it. I don't see how that could work. Let's just let that go. Okay, we're gonna let all of that go tonight, and we're gonna really connect to our higher selves, the spark within us that knows everything, that is attuned to everything, that is our divinity, that is our God, goddess consciousness. Okay, it's not out there in the world somewhere. It's in us. It's who we are. And when we take the time to plug in, we become. So now the next exercise, are you ready? I really, really hope each one of you has something to write with. So the next part is, I want you to get out what you're gonna write with, your instrument. I want you to take a deep breath. Again, I want you to connect non-dominant hand to your heart chakra, your dominant hand to your womb or your na'au. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to breathe into that space again. And I know that each one of us has a story, has something we've attached so much emotion to growing up, even maybe now, our present life and our present story. We may have come from such diverse backgrounds. We all want the same thing, and that is to be happy, to know what it is to feel love, to have joy. We say we want things like abundance and prosperity because it's a beautiful way to express freedom and expansion, where there aren't any limits. So in this very moment, focusing on your navel again, focusing on that solar plexus where it should be as bright as the sun, I want you to think about what true abundance and prosperity is to you. What does it look like and what does it feel like? If there was no such thing as currency, if there were no such thing as bills or any of that, what does abundance and prosperity look like? Get that information. Feel into that and notice how your body feels in that frequency. How does your heart feel? How does your womb or your gut, your inner knowing feel? And how does your solar plexus feel? Now I want you to open your eyes and quickly write that down. A couple more seconds. Now, next thing I want you to do, final thing, and this is where we're going to go on a journey. With this information in hand, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to focus on your solar plexus. Remember I said that part where your navel is, like 2 finger widths above it, yellow, brighter than the sun. I want you to focus there. And in that space and in that energy, I want you, with this powerful fire that burns within you, to burn through any resistance that you may have, any story, any limiting belief, any fear, any voice echoing from your past or even your present that tells you you cannot. I want you to burn with your powerful, brighter than the sun solar plexus through those illusions, those energies, and we're transmuting them through our sacred fire right now. See it being engulfed in the flames within you. And feel the powerful air of Aquarius fueling that fire, making it brighter and brighter. This is where all things begin. Your will, your tenacity. See it and know it. I want you to come back now. I want you to feel empowered in this very moment. What does it feel like in your body? What do you feel like right now to feel this empowerment in this very moment? I'll tell you something. The biggest and greatest obstacle you will ever face in your life is the ones you create for yourself. So you have the power to completely collapse those obstacles. With you and you is the power inherent that creates universes, in which this universe was created. You may have forgotten that, but tonight you remember. And so with whatever you've chosen to write with, I want you to connect to your heart space for just a moment. Take a deep breath, inhaling, connecting to your heart space. And I want you to write a letter to yourself right now, a quick note from your high self to you. Dear Shakti, that's what I would say. And just start to write. Without censorship, without judgment, write. Your high self has messages for you. It is time to listen. It doesn't have to be long. Connect to your high self right now and write a message from that space of your high self to you. You are so loved, and you've forgotten just how loved you are. Before your very conception, the universe conspired to create you. You oversaw your beautiful blueprint that houses who you are today. You oversaw the magnificence of your being. You were there and witnessed the beautiful synchronicity that we call life on this earth. It's time to remember that which you've forgotten. That no matter what obstacle, no matter what challenge comes into your life, you are never alone. You are held and loved and treasured. And now finish your letter or your note to yourself, signing love, love, love you so much, however you want to end it, your higher self. How do you feel after doing that? Were you surprised at anything that came up for you? Now, with that new understanding, I want you to look at your goals and the things that you've set for yourself for this year. Has anything changed? Has anything been added to? Or is it you got the go ahead, green lights go for everything that you've already planned for yourself, and now you have that much more oomph behind it to get it going? Whatever it is, take a moment to notice what you're feeling in your body, where you feel it. If you feel any resistance to what has gone on, notice that. Notice what you're feeling and where you feel it. Is it in your head? Is it behind your eyes, your ears, your throat, your heart, your stomach, your back? All of that plays a very important part in any resistance or fluidity also, and what's supporting us. Sometimes when I feel push or I feel like a little bit of like I realize that it's not always a back pain or a pressure. It's my guide telling me, we've got your back. Come on, let's go, let's go. And there are times when I feel like, I forget too. And I think, how am I supposed to do all of this work that I'm in charge of as the keeper for the Divine One energy? And like I got that message from the All Mother. She tapped me, really felt like a tap on my shoulder, and she said, "Hey, you don't have to do this alone, and actually let me do this. This is my part." And when we let go, and we let go of the expectation of how we're supposed to show up, or how we're supposed to look, and we allow ourselves to be the unique blueprint that we've created for ourselves and that we inherently are. Even though we are all connected, we are unique. Just as we look at these daffodils behind me, I love these. This is like my favorite flower for spring. That and hyacinths. I digress. Talking about flowers. They may look the same, but if you get up close, they're so unique. They're individually unique, and they're each present to create this beautiful construct of a whole. But they are treasured and appreciated uniquely, and so we are the same. So think about that. Think about what you've pushed yourself to do that. Maybe it hasn't worked out, and maybe there's a reason why. And we thought maybe because we're not doing enough of. But let me tell you, you are enough. Without doing anything more, you are enough. So if it's not working out, maybe you should just step back and see. Is it really in your highest good? Is it in your highest alignment? Is there something else you've missed? What are your expectations? Are you being really hard on yourself? Maybe you just need to give yourself a little bit more love and patience. There's so much information that's going to be coming to all of us this coming year as we delve into more healing work, as we delve into really aligning with our highest path, because the world needs it. We all need it. We cannot play small anymore, and it's not the time to try to wish you could go back to sleep and not be awakened. It reminds me of that movie, if you're familiar with The Matrix, where that one guy who's kind of the villain and wants to go back into the Matrix, wants to be plugged back in because being in the reality feels so hard. And that feels that way sometimes. Being awakened isn't always easy. Seeing things for really what they are isn't always easy. But when you have the courage to go beyond even seeing what they are into what they are supposed to be, what they really are beyond the illusion, it's exquisite. So here's a thought. Here's the final exercise for the night. Start to look at what works in your life. We always focus, it seems we have a tendency to focus on what we're not measuring up to, what we're not enough of, or you know what, I'm not really good at this. Okay, let that go and start to focus on what you're really good at. What works for you and what is working in your life, what brings you joy and what makes you feel connected. That is aligned with your highest self, with your highest path. And let go of the rest. Just let it go. If anything we've learned, life, we all have expiration date, and life happens entering and exiting so fast. Appreciate every moment of it. Be present as much as you can for it. Okay. So now, with all this information that we have received tonight, I intend you've had some aha moments. Sit with them, allow them to gestate within you. We have that beautiful Aquarius air. Let them move through you like the beautiful wind and expand in you, and see how it fits, see how it feels you. So now we got to open up our circle, and I have to announce the grand prize winner. So I want you to take a moment now again to focus on your breathing. We thank our high selves for being here, our spiritual team. We thank the beloved All-Mother for expanding us and for housing the sacred space for us. We thank the Divine One energy for being here. Into the direction of the north, element of earth, Pachamama, ancient ones, we thank you for being here, part of our circle. To the direction of the west, element of water, sacred embiotic fluid of the mother, the record keepers, the water keepers. Thank you for being part of our circle. To the direction of the south, element of fire, creative passion and spark, the fire breathers, the fire walkers. Thank you for being part of our circle. And the direction of the east, element of air, sacred mighty winged ones, creative thought, where all things begin. Thank you for being part of our circle. And before we open our circle, I would like to take a moment to set an intention with you. And that is, together united, we shift for the highest good of everyone in this circle tonight, who will be watching later on, and even those who are not watching and have no idea about the Shakti spiral at this time, but that the world collectively, each one of us, connected to this grid of human consciousness, that we are all awakened and blessed. If it is in alignment with the highest good of all, may we ascend as a graceful stretch, and may we awaken to more love and unity and peace. And may we awaken to see past illusion to really what is exquisite, divine perfection. Focusing on our beautiful spirals, I want you to send a blessing to anybody in this circle who may be in need of healing, whether it be physical, emotional, mental, or somebody that you love, or somebody that you know about who is in need of a special healing blessing, as long as it does not go against their free will and it is in alignment with their highest good. We send a blessing now to them. And those in the circle who may have lost loved ones or in a transition, let's send a special blessing and love and support to them. Remember that we may not even see each other in this life face to face, but we are a spiritual tribe. We are a spiritual family. And love is so strong in this circle. We can create great changes for the highest good in this circle. So think about something in your life or that you've witnessed in the world that really concerns you, that makes you afraid, that makes you feel fear, that makes you feel connected to the story of illusion. And I want you right now to breathe love and peace into that, healing it and sending love. And we do that for each one of us. We don't even need to know what it is, but that love and support is there. I express love and gratitude to each one of you now. And now it's time to open our circle. So focus again at your heart, seeing this beautiful spiral, and now release it through your right side, going counterclockwise unraveling, releasing your energy from all of these beautiful spirals. It goes around and around counterclockwise. Until you receive your energy back to you on your left. Circle your energy in. Seeing your spiral get smaller and smaller, concentrating it until it comes into your heart chakra. And we are done. And so now I actually want to invite Mr. Wallace to come in here with me. He has been my sacred witness as I have meditated and pondered and have gone into panic over how to choose. And when I tell you that the All-Mother said to me, oh, hey, you don't do the choosing that I do. That didn't happen until like literally towards the end of this week. So Mr. Wallace, I know he's watching from another room. I invite you to come in here with me right now. And so as he's coming in, I want you to know that literally all of the stories and all the beautiful videos, like I said earlier today, when we started, were just so amazing and touched me so much. And I wanted everyone to win. I wanted everybody to be part of it. Come on in. Yeah. So anyways, I did share with him though. Let me move over so he can come. Who it was beforehand. Come on over here. Just come this way. You can see there's all this lighting. All right. This is Mr. Wallace, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
So I wanted to do something really amazing, and I wanted a whole big, huge parade for the grand prize winner, right? You saw that I was going through so much of just watching these videos, and Mr. Wallace watched them too, didn't you?
They're great, all of them. So
all of them. So the person that was chosen, and it's funny because before I re-announce who it was, I want to say the people who weren't chosen, it doesn't mean that you were not. Oh, I don't even know what to say because it's just so hard because there's so much love there. But you weren't chosen because this person, out of everybody, it was kind of like who was chosen, who needed it the most, who needed it in the way that this is offered. So, but for those who didn't get chosen, there is a special prize, and that is there are certain people who are wanting different things, or who have expressed that they wanted certain things within what the One Ascension International offers, right? So the gift was, or the special offering is, for those who have made a video and who aren't, say, the grand prize winner tonight, they are receiving the 50% off of any service I offer. So even if they didn't get chosen, that is something that I don't really do. That is what was also expressed. That is just kind of my way of saying thank you, how I appreciate you for taking the time to do a video and entering in, and maybe even getting out of your comfort zone and doing a video. So anything on that One Ascension International offers, it will be offered at 50% off. And it will only, I'm going to be going on, I said my calendar, I'm pulling it up right here. My calendar is getting full. I'm going to be really busy come March. So towards the end of March. So I will only be taking so many more clients for a little while. So we're going to basically close this offering out 50% off on Friday the 12th. I had to click on my calendar because I didn't know it by heart. So Friday the 12th is their last day to book a 50% off session of whatever it is that you want. whatever One Ascension International offers. And you're welcome to connect with me and ask more information if you need to. Message me through Facebook or Shakti@oneascension.com. So now, without further ado, Mr. Wallace, would you like to announce who the winner is? Can I do my reading? Do I need to write it? I know, I kind of scribbled it really quickly. Do it, what?
The second part.
The second part? Just say the first part.
The winner is Charlie, and it looks like Nichols. Nichols. Charlie Nichols.
Charlie, you are the winner. I'm so excited. To everybody else who didn't get chosen, I just fell in love with everybody. I really wanted to, but it wasn't the way it's supposed to be. But 50% off for anybody else who did a video, and just get with me, and we can get started and book those sessions. So congratulations to everybody, and we will see each other next month. Thank you to everybody for being here and part of the Shakti Spiral, and Happy New Year and Chinese New Year. So many blessings and so much love to all of you.